Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you here again. And I'm living in Germany for 1 month already, and I decided that today I could share my impressions about living here in Germany. I can tell you about the things that I like about being here and things that I don't like that much about being here. I thought that it could be interesting for somebody, so let's start. And those of you who already watched my vlog about moving to Germany, so you are probably coming from this video because it's like the most popular video on my channel for now. So you already know that at the day when I arrived to Germany, I was really tired and exhausted. And everything seemed so unfamiliar for me, and I didn't really like anything about here, like nothing. I just didn't like nothing. It was horrible because I was emotionally exhausted and stressed out by all the moving things and things like that. So that was my really like the first impression of being in Germany. And of course, when I had a proper rest, after a few days, I started to realize how things really are here in Germany, and I started to like being here in Germany. The first thing that I really like about being here in Germany, staying in this city, is the atmosphere of a small town. I'd say it's incredible to live in a small town like this for me. Personally, of course, I also like big cities, but living in a small town near to the nature is like the best thing for me, because here you can see both different shops, supermarkets, and big stores, and like a small cultural center, and restaurants and things like that, museums. And at the same time, you are really close to the nature, and you can go to the parks, or it's just like greenery everywhere. And I like that atmosphere of living like almost on the countryside. And I also like the quality of air. And that's really interesting because just before moving to Germany, I added the Lippstadt in the weather app on my phone, and I was surprised that there is like one more bar, temperature, things like that, and also one bar with the data about air quality. And that was so surprising because I had Riga and Daugavpils, which is my hometown, on the app on my phone, and there was never something like this. I never saw air quality data, so it was interesting. And of course there was shown that air quality here in Lippstadt is just on top, just incredible. And I was like surprised and I like it, and I can say that yes, after arriving here I really felt the difference, and I like it a lot. And also I like all the greenery here, a lot of trees and bushes, and just like perfect. And also bird sounds. It's like thing that I noticed the first is how incredibly beautiful birds sing here. It's like, I say it's like living on the countryside, but at the same time you are living in a city, and you have like both advantages of living outside the city and living in the city, so I totally like it. Another thing that I like is how polite people are here at the shops and different stores, and just people, how polite they are, and especially towards the foreigners like me. I don't really speak German. I of course try, because I know some basics, and I try to answer, and most of the time I understand what people are saying to me in the stores, but I can barely answer, of course, because I'm a little bit shy. But It's so surprising how people like never get annoyed about foreigners who don't really speak their language. Of course, I'm learning and I'm trying, but everyone is so polite and friendly and willing to help and willing to explain one more time and ask that question one more time. And that's the thing I really like, because after living in Latvia for 26 years and facing some problems with the multicultural society here, I wasn't prepared for such friendly attitude. It's like what I really like. And of course, the thing that you can just go along the street and meet your like neighbor, like from the whole neighborhood, and they will just smile at you and you smile them back and they will greet you, and like it's just a random person, but I don't know, I like it, and it's easier for me to smile back to people than it would be in Latvia, because sometimes when I were in a great mood, I would go also along the street to the supermarket or somewhere else in Latvia, and I would smile to people who go like in my direction, and they usually don't smile or don't even notice you or don't even look at you. And so yes, it's interesting, and I like how people are like really friendly and welcoming here, despite of all the info that Germans are not friendly, that Germans are too direct. And so people in other countries like USA are super friendly and so stuff like that. But believe me, you never lived in Latvia. So of course some of the people are friendly in Latvia, but most of people are like really closed, and also those who has this like post-Soviet mentality. So Germans are just super friendly here. Another thing that I enjoy here in Germany is the variety of foods, like new foods for me, because of course type of foods are the same, almost the same as in Latvia, and we buy like everything that I'm used to eat back in Latvia. I'm eating right here now, just choosing another brand, and it's so fascinating to try every time something new, because we have like enormous amounts of food in the stores here in Germany, and different brands and different tastes. So I can try every time something new, and it's always something delicious, and I like that feeling. I also enjoy trying new bread, because before moving here to Germany, I heard that the bread is really delicious here, and also that pastries and breads are delicious and just like a kind of art, and that here are a lot of bakeries. And yes, I enjoy also trying that. So I can say like it's my positive experience with the food, because all the foods that I try are tasty and delicious, and I like trying something new every time that I go to the store. So yes, of course, after some time when I try everything out, I will see like these favorite foods and will probably buy just those types that I like the most. But for now, it's like a new experience every time when you go to the store. So it's interesting, and I really like it. And one more thing that I wanted to mention is the bell of the churches, because there are a few churches around my neighborhood, and every day there are bells ringing in the just in the exact time, like in the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening, and also on Sunday. And on Sunday the bells are ringing like more often. The first time, the first day when I arrived here, it was an unpleasant surprise for me, because the bells were ringing somewhere around the 7 o'clock in the morning, And I was sleeping, it was a Sunday. I was sleeping and suddenly here is the bell of the church and my partner was sleeping like nothing is happening, and I was okay, but I couldn't sleep since that time, that day. And for now, I'm really used to it. I like it so much. It's so convenient that you can know the exact time without even looking, without even like controlling, monitoring all the time your phone, your watch. It's so convenient, you know. Sometimes I wake up in the morning when I hear that bell. It's like ringing around 7:30. Okay, exactly at 7:30. And when I'm sleeping in the morning and I hear that bell, so I know that it's 7:30, and then I can decide if I want to wake up and get things done, or I want to sleep a little bit more. And also in the 12 o'clock, like midday, also bells are ringing. So if I hear that, I can know that it's exactly 12 o'clock. And in the evening, also at 7 o'clock, the bells are ringing. And as I said, it's really convenient. And at first it was like so disturbing that like some extra noises. But for now, I'm really used to it and I like it, and it helps me with organizing my schedule, so I don't have to check the time all the time. Really, it's really a thing. And now let's mention some things that I don't really like here. Those things are not really pleasant for me. The first thing and the most like serious for me is like people are allowed to smoke everywhere. So you just can basically sit at home and your windows are open and you can smell how your neighbors are smoking somewhere on their balcony or something like that. For you to know, in Latvia it's forbidden, so you can smoke in your apartment, like inside, because it's your property, you can smoke there. But if you want like to open a window or just go to balcony, it's like considered not your property, but like something that is connected to your neighbors, and you are not allowed to smoke there. So people are not obligated to smell, to inhale this smoking vapor. And I was so I was so happy about it in Latvia. And also in Latvia you can see everywhere before the entrance you can see the signs that you can smoke like 10 meters around the entrance, so you have to go like 10 meters away from the entrance of like any building. So you just can't stay near the door and smoke. It's forbidden. You just have to go 10 meters away and then you can smoke. And also, if I'm not mistaken, in Latvia you are not allowed to smoke while just standing, like you are standing in a park and smoking. It's not allowed. You can just go. If you are walking, it's fine. Of course, it's also disgusting something, because you know, I have nothing against the people who choose for themselves to smoke, because it's their life, it's their health, and they can do whatever they want with their health and lungs and things like that. But I don't want to be a passive smoker, you know. I never smoked in my life and I hate that smell, and I just don't want to inhale that. And it can be controlled here because your neighbor have all the right to go on the balcony and smoke, but I can't not to breathe, you know, I cannot to breathe. I have to close all my windows and open them later, and I'm really freaking out about it. And unfortunately, my neighbors smoke, and sometimes it's like a small disaster. Of course, I faced similar problems in Latvia. Despite of the rules, people are sneaking and trying to smoke outside their apartment. And for example, I have seen the cases when I feel like someone is smoking and I go on the balcony and I see no person and I just see the arm with the cigarette, so you can't really see the person who is smoking, because if you take a photo of this person while it's smoking, you can send it to police, and of course they will receive a fine, penalty, and they have to pay it because it's forbidden to do like that. Of course, I never did that, but it's really sad. And the thing is that those people who are smoking, they are not smoking inside their apartment because I guess they also don't like the smell and they don't want to sit in their apartment and smelling this horrible cigarette smell. But at the same time, they go outside and other people are obligated to inhale this smoke, so they don't want it in their apartment, but in the same time they don't respect that other people who are not smoking and not wanting to inhale all the toxic vapor and be passive smokers. So there are no rights for a person like me here in Germany, as far as I know for now, and it's sad. It's really sad, and it's the most terrible thing for now in Germany. And yes, I am trying to somehow live with that. And in the future, of course, I am thinking about moving to a private house where I don't have to inhale all those things, that there will be no these kind of neighbors. The interesting thing about Germany, which is not really pleasant, is the internet connection. Of course, before moving here, I heard that internet here is not as good as in Latvia and in the northest part of Europe, that the internet itself is slower and a lot of problems with that. And yes, I experience sometimes when I just wake up in the morning 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and I just don't have an internet connection, suddenly just don't have. It was here 5 minutes before, and for now there is nothing. And then after half an hour everything is fixed, and it happened few times, and one day it was 3 times a day and nothing really happened, and the internet company says nothing, and it was okay, fine, I can live with that, until the moment that on the last Monday, 1.5 weeks ago, there started to be real problems with the internet. So it shows we have internet connection, but it's too weak, too slow, that I can't even load a Google search page or YouTube. I can load the start page, and then if I want just to check in my YouTube studio, I have to wait 5 to 10 minutes just to load the page. It's that bad. And of course, the first day that we lost this normal internet connection, the next day we received a letter, an email from the internet company, and they said that it can last until the end of the week. How could you even imagine living for 1 week without an internet? We have our TV through this internet thing, and I have work to do in the computer, I have to study, and I cannot literally do anything. The amount of internet that I have on my phone is really limited, and it's from Latvia, and I am just using a mobile provider here, just randomly picked, and I have a kind of good internet here, mobile internet, but I have a really limited amount of data that I can use, and I cannot watch like videos like to study, because I am trying to learn German and I am trying to do other things. I'm also studying psychology for myself, and most of the lessons are like video lessons, and I just can't do nothing like for 1.5 week. And we already called the internet company, and they told that everything will be fixed like on Tuesday, which was yesterday, and nothing happened, or the last day when everything will be fixed for sure is Wednesday, which is today. And for now in the morning I still have no internet from this stuff which is here. You don't see it. Nothing. And I just don't know how people are living here without internet and working here, because it's still like pandemic situation, and a lot of people still are working from their home office, and just can't do my job for the 1.5 week, and that's terrible. And another thing that is just like my personal thing, which is not connecting like the whole Germany. I just don't really like my neighbors here, because we are living like in an apartment block, and some of them are really crazy and yelling one on another and cursing, and I can like hear in the middle of the night like something is falling, like I don't know, the sound is so horrible, like I don't know, closet is falling down, or sofas, or I don't know what they are doing. And one day they also started to drill like in the 9 p.m. in the evening, when I was already in bed and trying to go to sleep. And to be honest, most of my neighbors are not like native Germans. Maybe some of them are, but most of them are like Russians and others. And I can feel that. I can feel that. When I arrived here, my partner said to me that I should be quiet. I'm usually quiet, yeah, but I should be quiet and respect all the rules, because Germans, they won't wait until you finish with your loud music or with your like renovating work or something else. They will just call the police, and that's all. And I was, yes, finally, someone will call the police, and we will have like good atmosphere here, like friendly environment, like everyone will be respecting one another, and not in this apartment block. And I don't see any other option. We will just, of course, we will continue living here for now, but we will consider another house, another apartment, or just, as I said, a private house. And I just don't want to live in such an environment when I wake up at the 6 in the morning and I hear how some neighborhood babushka is yelling on her, I don't know, husband or anyone, and cursing, and I can hear that, and it's 6 in the morning. And okay, but this is just specifically to this apartment block and to my neighbors. It's like, I hope it's like not everywhere in the Germany. I hope that at other buildings people are really respecting each other and trying to not like cross the rules and cross the boundaries, and yeah, really expect one each other to create like adequate environment where everyone is happy to live in. Another thing that is like the pain, and I also watched videos from other people, foreigners who are living in Germany, that it's like a special kind of pain to receive letters in Germany, because it's usually a surprise. You don't know what you will get. It will be just advertisement of something, or you just get the letter and it will be like your regular receipt that you know that you have to pay and everything is fine, or it will be like extra receipt that you have to buy. And yeah, we already faced some problems with the German bureaucracy, and it's not pleasant at all. So every time when I see a letter in our post box, it's like, okay, because you never know what's inside and what problems you can get, because German bureaucracy is a thing. And one thing is that there are rules and laws that we are not really familiar for now, and it's fine and everything. And almost everyone who is coming to Germany have to learn that way, that you receive some extra penalties and stuff like that. I heard a lot of stories about that, but finally you learn how the system is working, and I have no problems with that. But why paper letters? Why paper letters? Germany, we are living in the 21st century, and for example, again with the Latvia, you can choose how you want to receive your receipts or any information, and you can choose if you want them to deliver it by post or if you want to receive it on your email. And as you know, if you get a receipt or some penalty on your email, then you can read it like at the same second when you receive it, and then you can start to think about what you will do with that and search for an options. Or if it's like your regular receipt, just like reminder that you have to pay for something, you just can go to your internet bank and pay at the same moment. It's like usually what happening with me when I received back in Latvia my receipts, like I have to pay for my phone at the same second. I can click on the link inside that letter and it will readdress me to the bank page, and I will through my internet bank account pay. So just like 2 minutes and everything is paid and no problems, and everyone received their information. And here they print you a receipt, they send it to your post box. And if I am outside the city and if I am not at home, so this letter is in my box, and after a few days I arrive home, I take this letter and I see that I have almost no time to react, to take an action, because they're showing like basically if you are not doing this or that till the tomorrow, so it will be a huge problems for you. And I don't know. It's like, of course, I understand that for senior people who are not that familiar with the internet, although a lot of seniors now are familiar with the internet and can do a lot of things. Not all the elderly people are like, I won't even touch this computer. No, a lot of them already can do everything that they need to do on the computer. But still, of course, we can leave for them that option to receive their receipts on the via post. But for the young people who can like go somewhere else and are not at home all the time, because it's like a classical situation that, for example, my partner goes somewhere and he's not coming home, for example, for the work reasons. He has to go somewhere to the other city and spend 2 or 3 days here. And at the same time, I'm not living apartment. I'm just sitting at home, for example, if I don't need to go somewhere. And I don't know that we received the letter. I don't go and check it for every day because I'm not used to it for now. So yes, we receive a lot of letters, and some of them are just fine and some of them are not that pleasant, but I think it's a topic for another video. So yeah, German bureaucracy is real, and the paper post, paper letters are also real, which is something unique in the 21st century. And I think it will be the last thing for today. Everything is closed on Sunday. And I am taking my time to appreciate that thing, because I think that it's like genius thing that no one should be working on Sunday. It's like the government tries to control people's life and work balance, which is perfect. I am totally understanding it, but sometimes it's just you can't really go anywhere. Like I have discussed this with my friends, and one of my friends said that, wow, so probably you just can't go for shopping on the weekends, like on Sunday, because everything is closed. And usually, like in the shopping centers in Latvia, you go, for example, for shopping, you buy something, and then you can go to the restaurant and sit in the restaurant inside the shopping center. So but here everything is closed and nothing is really working. And if you, for example, forgot to buy groceries on Friday evening or on the Saturday, so on Sunday you just have to stay hungry. Of course, yeah, you can order food, because some of the restaurants are still working, and you can order from them to your apartment. And also you can go to the gas station and buy something there. And since the day that I arrived here, we had like no problems with that, because we go shopping on the Friday evening and or on the Saturday to make sure that we have everything that we need for weekends. So because the next time that we can go grocery shopping is Monday. But before I arrived here, my partner was working a lot, and some days he was so exhausted after work that he couldn't go to the grocery store like on the Friday evening. And on the Saturday he was, for example, resting and just sleeping all the day, and then suddenly Sunday evening realizing that he has like empty fridge, and yes, had to order something or had to go to the gas station and buy something which is not really healthy, and of course is a little bit overpriced. So but it's fine, you can always buy something upfront on the Friday or Saturday, and then on Sunday you can just go for a walk or just spend time with your family or just chill at home. It's fine. And I think that it's like unusual thing, but I will totally manage to live with that. So for now, it's everything that I wanted to mention in this video, and I want to inform you that this video will have a second part. So if you don't want to miss it, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also click on the bell under the video so you will get a notification when the video is live. So thank you for watching. I'm glad that you spend this time with me, and if you want to support my channel, you can press the like button, so it will help a YouTube algorithm to reach more people and to show them my videos. And if something that I said here in the video is wrong, like I misunderstood something, or if I don't know some laws or something, feel free to correct me in this video, because I want to figure everything out as fast as I can, and I want to know everything and how the system works and how things happen here in Germany. So if there is something that I misunderstood, please write down in comments, and have a nice day, and see you in the next video. Bye!